Today I'm working on the Jeep, and if you watched my Switchback video, you might know what this is about, and also if you read the title. And I already know it works. I've just decided to make a video on it. Should be a little quick video. But my turn signal is hyperflash. And that is a byproduct of LEDs. But I've had LEDs in this thing for a while now. I even had incandescent bulbs in before I put it in the switchbacks due to some legal issues before I went back to LED. And so it was doing this with an incandescent bulb, so I kind of had it narrowed down. I'm replacing the turn signal relay, hazard flasher, whatever you want to call it. This is the same one that's in there. But something that I've figured out with these, if your battery goes down a lot, like if the vehicle sits, or if you jump start it, and you jump start it multiple times, these will actually go on the fritz. This is the third one that I'm going to be putting in, because my last one also went on the fritz. Yeah, the third one in 10 years or more, actually a little over 10 years. So yeah, I can't complain too much, and they're not that expensive. They're like 15 bucks. But this is an electronic flasher, EP27. This goes in place of your factory flasher, which is not compatible with LEDs. You put LEDs in, and then you put this flasher in, and you do not need load resistors. Not at all. This corrects it. For older vehicles. Newer vehicles, if the turn signal is controlled by the body control module, you will need you will need resistors and stuff. Luckily, everything I have is older, so I don't have to solder any resistors in my wiring. But I'm going to show you what the turn signals look like now, just to show. And then I'll show you how to replace it, and then show you what they're supposed to look like. To replace it, it's behind this hush panel. So there's should be 2 screws down here. I only have one left because I've taken this dash apart so many times. But there's a screw here, and then there's 2 push pins here and here. So I gotta take my base knob off, turn my key off, take my CB over there, pull that screw out, and you just take the bottom, pull it out, and it pops off both sides. Just take it, grab the bottom of it, pull it, grab the bottom of the other side, pull it, comes right off. Now on here, there's a screw here and a screw here. Take those 2 off, and then this metal plate comes off. And ignore all this BS. I went to a pretty reputable alarm shop way back in the day after I first got this. Basically, I bought subs, and I was going to do all the install myself, but my dad wanted to get it professionally done. So it was under the agreement. I paid for the subs and the amp and the install, and he was going to pay for an alarm system. Well, they ended up doing this is what ended up happening when they installed it. You stupid inline splices, and they ran wires everywhere. I hate this. But it still works, so I haven't done anything with it. But it will be going bye-bye because I'm pulling the dash and replacing both behind the dash wiring harnesses, and that's going to get rid of all this. I'll have to install another alarm system, but I'm going to do a heck of a lot better job than this. I'm not naming any company names, but the guy that did it installed it. I went back less than a week later because besides putting the antenna up there so I could get good signal, he stuffed the antenna up under the dash. Come to find out, that guy was fired before I even came back to get it fixed. So yeah, the guy that did mine was a idiot, let's put it that way. But come back over here in the corner. Right there in the corner. There's your flasher relay. on this little swivel over here. So I'm just going to pull it out. And there it is. And here's my new one. There's another look. That's the relay block that it plugs into. It's just push pinned into that metal bracket or plastic bracket. So you could actually go back there and pull it down, but I'm not going to do it because I could just do it this way. It's a lot easier. So I'm going to take and plug the new one in and then show you what it's supposed to look like. Just to let you know, this straight one goes down, at least on the bracket I have. This piece goes up and down, and then just stick it in. You should be able to see which way the blades are sticking. And there you go. Now all you have to do is I got my crossover for my door speakers right here. But you gotta do is lift this back up, put the bolt in there, put the bolt in on that side, then clip the top piece into that hole, and then put the screw back in the bottom. Alright, all done. And everything's working great. So yeah, no more half hyper flash. But yeah, that BS all behind the dash is one reason why I only let a select few people touch my truck now, or any of my vehicles now, because whoever installed that alarm system did not treat this how he should treat other vehicles. It should not be an explosion underneath the bottom of the dash. There's more places they could tap into that harness to do an alarm system, and even then you can make it look a heck of a lot better than that. That's why I if I can avoid it, I don't pull this panel off, because I don't like looking at that wiring. But yeah, that's not going to be there for too much longer, because like I said, I'm pulling this dash at some point to fix wiring gremlins from when this thing set, and I had a something decide to make a home on the passenger side and chew up something. And ironically enough, it's part of my central locking system. Imagine that. So yeah, anyway, that's it for this video. I'll talk to you later.